He didn't step up. I thought he loved me, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the miscarriage because the miscarriage ended up saving my life.
Tell me, how do you repay a good friend? You know, the kind of friend that's there for you in your darkest of times when you need them. Well, if you're Liz, you go behind their back and sleep with their son.
To me, as me being one of my best friends, that crosses a line to me. Girl, bye. You, Liz. I've been there for you so much. Disgusting.
Honestly, this is a wild part one of the tell-all. So let's rewind to the start and find out what happened with Liz and all the guys in her life as we join her arriving at the studio with some big news to share.
And I'm excited to reveal that I'm engaged. And whole phase done. Your girl's taken.
Is this news to anyone? Well, no, it shouldn't be. I've covered it in a past video and there's been rumours on social media for quite some time now. Besides, we all know Liz can't stay single for very long. She jumps from relationship to relationship as if it's going out of fashion. Hopefully, for her sake and her daughter's, this one actually lasts. But heading out onto stage, the new host, Sean's not hosting this one, we're not told why, but the new host, Ross Matthews, kicks things off by asking the most important and the most obvious question. Liz, how's your health at the moment?
I'm doing good, but there is a new mass in my stomach. So I'll be moving forward with like a hysterectomy at some point, but it's not a rush.
So that's good news and bad, I guess. It's bad news, obviously. It's sad that she has to deal with a new mass and a hysterectomy, but I'm glad that she's doing well other than that. Now, at the same time, she has had an interesting season on the Single Life, let's say. I mean, for as sad as her health condition is, that doesn't necessarily excuse some of her behaviour or her decisions. And of course, on that topic of decisions, look at the bling on her finger. It's unmissable. Ross can't ignore it.
So
Beautiful.
are you engaged?
I am engaged
Ooh.
to Alec, the other guy that I was talking to when I was on the trip.
There's just something about having to describe your fiancé as the other guy, which is quite funny to me. Poor fiancé. Like, this other guy, Alec, was there all season long, waiting in the wings for Liz, while she was on TV with another guy. You've got to imagine that can't have been easy. But before we get into this season's love triangle, we rewind a little further. While we've been watching the fallout of her relationship with ex-boyfriend Jason, like her single life journey since they split up, we never did get the whole story about what actually happened with Jason. So Liz clears that up now. Jason, she says, wasn't the guy that I thought he was.
He had a girlfriend for a whole year.
While you were together?
Yes. When I found out I was pregnant.
Oh gosh, that is awful timing and a terrible way to find out happy news. Finding out you're pregnant whilst also finding out you're being cheated on. Now, sadly, the whole situation actually got even worse. Liz had a miscarriage and Jason wasn't around to support her in her moment of need. And the guy just sounds like a douchebag, doesn't he? Good riddance. Liz is better off without a guy like that in her life. Now, thankfully, she did have a good support system, family and friends that she could lean on. And in fact, one of those friends, a lady who goes over to support her now as Liz is telling her story, is Kim.
He didn't step up. I thought he loved me. I moved for him. I moved for another man again.
Look, this seems to be a repeated cycle for Liz. Don't get me wrong, Jason is a complete piece of trash. But Liz seems in such a hurry to go from one relationship to the next that she never takes the time to really get to know the guy before committing to him. Like, instead of taking things slowly, she jumps all in, and that normally leads to heartbreak and bad news. But this time, there was a very real life-saving silver lining. You see, had she not had her miscarriage, her doctor may never have spotted something else.
This doctor, he saw something that was a little weird, like a cyst and a mass and stuff. So he called me and he was like, hey, I think you need to go get a second opinion.
Wow.
I could have never found out.
Isn't it crazy how life sometimes works out? That heartbreaking loss of a child, a miscarriage, turned out to maybe save her life. Now, of course, her health journey is still an ongoing process, but we wish her all the best and I really hope that she's happy. Hopefully this new guy, Alec, can look after her like she deserves and she can be around for him and of course, more importantly, for her daughter. Now, no doubt, in no small part, inspired by her brush with mortality, Liz is now determined to live her life, as we saw this season. Things got a little complicated for her, and it's at this point that they invite Via, her holiday romance, and Julia, who always seems to be on every 90 Day Fiancé show, onto the stage. Liz seems pretty darn happy and excited to see Via.
What's up, bro?
Bro, oh my God.
Fist bump, fist bump.
Oh God.
Just me, or does anyone else think that that hug went on for a little bit too long? Liz is an engaged woman now after all. Like, just because her fiancé was willing to marry her after the holiday fling, that doesn't mean that she should be holding on to that fling for so long now. Like, I'd love to know what Alec feels about that. In fact, I'd love to know how he feels when Liz actually admits that her feelings about that hug are quote-unquote complicated. But it's about to get a whole lot more complicated. You see, it's at this point that they show the clip where Via admitted that he fell in love with Liz. Remember, while he admitted this to the camera crew, privately he never told Liz his feelings. And Liz, hearing this for the first time, seems shocked.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Liz is both sad and shocked that Via was in love with her, and I can't exactly blame her. The guy clearly fell head over heels for her in a very short period of time. They didn't really know each other all that long. Don't get me wrong, I'm not questioning it. If that's how he felt, that's how he felt. But those are very big words and very big feelings for only knowing each other for a very short period of time. But, surprise, surprise, this is Liz after all. Guess what? She says she felt exactly the same way too.
I did know that I loved you. Like, had love. It was there. It was just unexpected. But I had already loved someone else too.
She says that falling for someone, falling in love, was never the plan. But come on, Liz, if you already love someone else at home, surely the question should be, why did you get involved with someone else at all in the first place? Like, I know she said that she didn't want to jump into another relationship, she just wanted to have some fun. But how do you do that? How do you just have fun if you love someone else? And then beyond that, I don't understand how you can then go back to loving Alec, going back to him as if nothing ever happened. Surely the fact that you had such strong feelings for Via should make you question what you have with Alec, no? Now, in addition to that, Liz also hurt Via, but he kind of defends her. He says he knew what he was getting into, so he doesn't have any hard feelings. Even now, it seems like he still cares about Liz. But while everyone is here being nice, while it all seems to be rainbows and sunshine, Julia is about to burst that bubble.
Can we stop with this pretending everybody love each other and fakeness? Pedro are saying on the first day, you're a whore.
Now, this is the first time that we're hearing this. He might have come across as a very nice guy on the show, but even Via admits he is a bit of a player. I mean, maybe that changes things a bit. Maybe Liz thought that she was getting involved with a guy that also just wanted to have fun. Maybe, and this is just me putting on my tinfoil hat, but maybe Via just wanted airtime. Maybe, like Jason, it was a bit of an act. Either way, Via tries to defend himself by, as he eloquently puts it, saying hoes can fall in love too. And Ross redirects some of that attention, redirects the spotlight back onto Liz. This was all very typical of you, Liz, wasn't it? He says.
Well, I love that you really didn't want to rush into a relationship, so you tried to be a hoe and ended up in 2 relationships.
Yes, I have issues. It's a
very
pattern for
Liz
me.
of you, right?
Yeah.
No kidding, that's a good way to put it. That is exactly what happened. Even when trying to be in her hoe era, she ended up in 2 relationships. Make it make sense. Now, it's at this point that we're finally introduced to the third piece of this love triangle, her fiancé, Alec. Now, it's left to Liz to explain their complicated dating history. You see, while they're engaged now, right, they weren't official when she was in the DR. In fact, she says, Alec and I never officially dated at all.
Wow, so you then technically weren't even boyfriend-girlfriend before being engaged?
Not really.
Wow.
We had just spent so much time together, and he just was always there.
Sorry, but that's just nuts. Even by Liz's standards, right? This time she didn't just jump into a relationship. They skipped a whole step. How do you go from not even dating to getting engaged? He was always just there. It doesn't really inspire all that much confidence that they really know each other, does it? Sorry, but I'm not convinced that this is a smart move. But I guess time will tell. Now, for what it's worth, Alec admits that he never wanted Liz to go on this trip to the DR. But he knew he couldn't stop her. If I had tried to do that, he says, she would have just resented me. But I'm glad that she came back to me, he says. Like, the pair make this big effort to try and convince us how great their life together is. In particular, their sex life.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yes. But the problem is he wants it every day, like twice a day, and I'm like, I want to go to bed.
Whenever a couple are that keen to tell us how amazing their sex life is, there's always a part of me that wonders whether they're overcompensating. Still, on this occasion, given who we know she used to sleep with, I guess anything will seem amazing after that. Either way, just look at Via's face as Liz is talking, whether he's a player or not. Assuming what he said was genuine and he really did love Liz, it can't be nice listening to her gush about sleeping with another man. He doesn't exactly look like he's enjoying it, but then again, this whole segment must have been quite hard for him to stomach. Now, as it just so happens, Via isn't going to be the only one feeling a little bit sick soon. You see, while Liz is busy gushing about how much she loves sex, Courtney is in the background, spilling some tea.
I thoroughly enjoy sex, and I don't have a problem talking about sex. I am so open about it, like...
What?
Sorry, you what now? Jamal, as in Kim's son Jamal, the Kim that's meant to be one of Liz's best friends. Interesting. Now, of course, everyone notices that Courtney and Pedro are gossiping, and Kim overheard them talking about her son. She wants to know exactly what's being said and what these rumours are. But suddenly, conveniently, Kat seems to get Courtney's tongue. She suddenly gets very quiet.
I think Courtney want to say something.
I don't want to say anything.
Is it about this?
Courtney does have this habit of being a massive gossip, doesn't she? But at the same time, her info does seem to be pretty reliable. So is that the case here? Was there something going on between Liz and Jamal? Well, Julia jumps in and tells everyone what Liz told her about her relationship with Jamal.
In the first day on DR, Liz come to Sophie and say, me and Jamal so close to each other. And we like, who, how you so close?
So, hold on, I'm gonna set these cards down because we're in territory I'm not prepared for.
If you're not prepared, Ross, then Kim is even less so. She can't believe her ears, and she's not happy. Not only that, but just check out Liz's face. Literally seconds earlier, she was there giddy talking about how great things are between her and Alec. But that smile has now completely been wiped off her face. Now, Kim admits that she always noticed that Jamal and Liz used to flirt whenever Liz was at her house. But, she says, I never in my wildest dreams thought that it went beyond that, thought that it went beyond harmless flirting. So now, Kim demands to know the truth.
I feel sick to my stomach. To me, as me being one of my best friends, that crosses a line to me.
Liz, did you have sex with Jamal?
Jamal and Liz are two grown-ass adults, right? But at the same time, I do understand where Kim's coming from. No one wants to find out that supposedly one of their closest friends slept with their son behind their back, do they? Like, it might have been slightly different if they were open and honest about it, but the fact that it was kept completely secret makes it worse. It feels somehow like a betrayal to Kim. Like, I've got to say it, Liz really has shown quite a devious, sneaky side to herself this season, hasn't she? Now, a clearly very uncomfortable Liz says that she doesn't think it's right to address this and talk about it unless Jamal's also on stage. But no one's prepared to let her off the hook that easily. Everyone, Kim included, wants to know the truth. Just be honest, tell us, Liz. They say, did you or did you not sleep with Jamal?
A long, long time ago. But nothing since then, I swear, Kim.
Girl, bye. You, Liz.
Oh dear, Kim hasn't taken this bombshell well at all. Keep in mind, these two were meant to have been close. Kim says she was always there for Liz. I've always supported her, she says, but that might now all be over. Like, Kim is furious. But I wonder what Jamal has to say. He was also keeping this secret from his mum, wasn't he? No doubt he'll soon be confronted too. And also, what about Alec? Did he know about this? Poor guy, like his fiancée has slept with multiple people on that stage. Not exactly a good look, is it? But the only person that really seems to be enjoying this drama is, you guessed it, gossip queen Courtney. Look at the smile on her face.